Good morning, everybody. My name is Darlene, and I have Parkinson's disease. I'm just going to adjust that just a little bit. There we are. Today, I thought we might talk about something that I've struggled with my entire life. It has nothing to do with Parkinson's per se. It's just something about my life that I've struggled with. I'm going to call it goal, no goal, what goal? I am a very planner, organized type of person. I plan everything out, and it is very annoying to me when I don't accomplish where I think I should be. I make a plan, but I don't accomplish my goal. Usually, unfortunately, I usually have set unrealistic goals. And most of them have been able to be with doing exercise on a consistent basis or losing a bunch of weight or, I'm going to have my house clean forever and ever. Things that you just, that's not how you live your life. So, anyway, it's hard for me to kind of justify that somebody who likes to plan and organize and get everything done can't seem to get a grip on accomplishing what they've set out to do. Maybe I should reward myself for something, but I tried that with weight loss and that didn't work. My reward was really enticing, something I've wanted to do my whole life and haven't done and probably never will do now. I wanted to go ziplining, and I said, if you can accomplish this goal, you can go ziplining. And it didn't happen. So therefore, I don't know how to accomplish it. I guess the question is it good to set the goal? Like, are you setting yourself up for failure? Like, maybe if you set the goal, you're going to feel terrible like I did when I didn't accomplish it. Or maybe you're not going to have any gumption to change anything if you don't set a goal. So you can make a big long list. Is it good to set a goal? Is it not good to set a goal? And if you decide it's not good to set a goal, well then how do you avoid from being your life just humdrum and not getting anywhere? And can you be happy if your life isn't really going anywhere, it's just stationary? Then if you say, oh no, I think it's better if you set a goal. How hard do you set it? Do you make it something that you can attain really easily and then build on that? Or do you say, no, I want to get to this further goal. And so then I'll just work my way towards it. But then it's a long way away. There's many ways to think about it. If I set a goal, what would it even be? Like, I don't know what I would want to set my goal for. Would my goal be to walk better? Would my goal be, hey, you're not going to walk better, learn how to ride your A-Linker farther? Would it be just do everything on your to-do list in a day? Make sure that everything that you wanted to be done is done. Maybe it would be just don't complain today. Maybe it would be don't be such a nuisance to your children today. What would it be? Would it be, okay, I make a menu plan every week? Would it be I'm going to stick to every day even if I'm having a bad day? Or would it be loosey-goosey and if I'm having a bad day, we'll order in? Should I make freezer meals? Like, there is lots and lots of choices that I could make and I could do and whatnot. We just made a decision yesterday, as a matter of fact, that we were going to, between the two of us, my husband and myself, we felt that because we had extra expenses with medical expenses, let's try to reduce our monthly costs around here by not having our cleaners and doing it ourselves, and what we can't do, our daughter will pick up and do. I think that we can do it. I really do. It's been nice having the cleaner. It's not that we can't afford it, like we can. We're choosing to do something different. So I think that we've just divided it up. Neither one of us has to do it all, and we don't have to do it all on one day, and we don't have to do it in 1 hour. But now today, my portion of it is I'm going to sweep the kitchen and the living room. I haven't swept a floor in 4 years. 4 years. We've had a cleaner that has done our floors for us. Doesn't mean I've forgotten how to do it. I may have to do it in a couple of allotments. I might not get it done just all at one time, but I think I can do it. So I want to set myself, I think I do want to set a goal, but I don't know what that goal is. I'm not sure. Part of me wants, there's a Parkinson's super walk that comes up once a year. Now this year they're doing it a little differently because of having been in this pandemic and whatnot. But next year it's scheduled to be on like its regular self. And part of me wants to take my A-Linker and go into the super walk. I take a look at how far I have to go for that, and I don't think that's realistic to think that I'm going to do that. I have to remember I have a progressive illness. So 1 year from now, when that walk is coming up, even though I've been practicing for a year, I've had things happen to me in that year. So I'm not sure that that's realistic. I might be able to say I could put a team together for the super walk where I do a portion and everybody else in my team does a portion. That would be a possibility. So that's something that I've got in my mind. But as far as a personal goal, I'm not sure what that would be. I have a few ideas, but I think I'm going to ask you guys, what do you think would be a good goal for me? And maybe somebody will hit upon an idea that I think is great that I haven't thought of. And when I do know what I'm going to do, whether it's suggested by you or by myself or my husband or my daughter, my son, my granddaughter, my brothers, whoever's watching, if somebody suggests something to me, I will let everybody know what my goal is going to be. Now, I had a goal once that I did accomplish. That goal is part of my story. I wanted to surprise my husband. He was turning 50. This was quite a few years ago. He's 74. He was turning 50. I knew he'd be expecting some kind of a party. I knew that he'd think that we'd celebrate somehow, but we were living away from our families. We were living up country in BC, and our families were down on the coast. So I lied. I shouldn't have lied. I should have just, been able to tell him the truth, but it wouldn't have been near as much fun. So here's what I did. I called his sister, and I said, Pat, can we sort of fib? Can we tell Bill that you're planning something down in Vancouver for his 50th and that he's going to go down, but because I've got, I had a child at the time, a very young child, I thought, we'll just tell him that I don't want to take Khalid down and I'll stay here and he can go down and have this party with you. Do you think? And she goes, so you want me to throw him a party? I said, oh, no, he's not going to actually come. He's going to think he's coming because I have to get him to book the time off work. He's going to think he's coming, but he's not coming. And she goes, well, what's he going to do? And I said, well, I have something planned for him. So I made arrangements. My daughter, of course, is older than my son by many years. So she's going to babysit, and that was good. I didn't have to worry about Khalid. But I had wanted Bill to know he had to leave the car where it was because we were going to take the bus. So I drove him to the bus that night. He didn't know that there was a suitcase for me in the trunk. Oh no, he only knew his bag was there. He thought that Claudine was just babysitting the child while I took him to the bus depot. Meanwhile, we'd made arrangements for her to come down afterwards, get the car, and take the car home from the bus depot. And he said, where am I going? And I said, I said, I can't tell you. I said, other than the fact that, your sister is going to pick you up. Why you're going, I can't tell you, So he knows he's supposed to be getting on a bus going south. But I said to him, you just sit back and enjoy the ride. So the bus time comes for leaving, and he said, well, you can go home ahead of me. And I said, no, I'll stay and wave you off. So I stayed and whatnot. The bus time came for leaving, and he goes to go out to the bus, and I go with him, and he says, what are you coming out for? I said, I want to see that you got a good seat. He goes, you're not allowed to get on the bus like that. I said, oh, they're not going to stop me. I've got a ticket. And he says, what do you mean you got a ticket? You're coming to Vancouver. And I said, do you really think that I would be letting you go without me? I said, no, of course I'm coming with you. We get on the bus. He still thinks we're going south to Vancouver. We get on the bus. The bus pulls out from the bus station and starts heading east. And he says, the bus is going the wrong way. I said, no, it's not. He goes, what do you mean, no, it's not? He said, we're not going south to Vancouver. I said, no, we're not. Well, where are we going? I said, sit back and wait until you get there. I said, I'm not telling you. He had no idea, and we were actually going to Edmonton, which was the other direction. It was east. Edmonton at the time had a new mall. It was West Edmonton Mall. It's a big, big mall, and lots of people were going to see it and everything. And so that's what I thought we would do. And I had booked. Now, we didn't have very much money, and he knew we didn't have very much money. So he was wondering how the heck we were doing this. But anyway, I had it all arranged for on a budget. But when we got there, I had paid for the hotels and I'd paid for the buses and whatnot, but there wasn't a ton of money left for food. So we had to be very careful about what we were doing. So when I got into the hotel, I started looking through the phone book, and I found a place that not only had 2-for-1 pizza, had 3-for-1 pizza. So that was it. We ordered 3-for-1 pizza, got it into the refrigerator and whatnot, and a case of pop that we had bought at the store. And I says, we're just going to have to stay in and watch movies, and we walk around the mall. We don't have a bunch of money, but we're together and we're celebrating. And he said that was the most fun that we had. We didn't have a car with us. We walked a long ways away, back and forth to different places. It was the best holiday that we had taken, and he didn't have to plan it. He didn't have to drive. He didn't have to do anything. And we had a great time. So if you ever want to do something really fun for your husband, take him on a little kidnap trip. See you all tomorrow.